Jasmine, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cosplay with things that you already have. So I feel like cosplay is something that's becoming increasingly more popular. Also, Halloween is coming up, so I just wanted to give you guys an affordable option on how you can dress up if that's something that you're into. So I feel like a big deterrent of people who want to get into cosplay is not knowing where to start or seeing videos of these really elaborate cosplays and thinking that you need to have a lot of materials and a lot of money to do it. Now, that is not necessarily the case. Some cosplays can cost hundreds if not thousands of dollars, or even if you're just buying costumes off of Amazon, that can get a bit pricey. I've been cosplaying for a few years now and I cosplay all the time, and I wanted to show you guys how I do it. Basically, the type of cosplays that I do are called closet cosplays, which is basically where you use clothes that you already have in your closet. I try to think about things that I already have and characters that I like. So a franchise that I cosplay a lot is Monster High. That's the majority of where my cosplays come from because I just love the Monster High series and I feel like there's a lot to work with. And the example that I'm going to be doing today while I talk is Venus Flytrap. So when I'm thinking about this, I don't try to go for super faithful recreations. How I think about it basically is just trying to put together outfits that characters would wear, maybe when they're off screen or in an alternate universe. The first step, I would say hair. Either I think about wigs that I have or ways that my hair looks, and a lot of the time I do frame my cosplays around that. Makeup is probably one of the most important parts of a cosplay, especially if you're doing a cosplay, because your makeup can do a lot of the heavy lifting. Even if your outfit or hair isn't super accurate, if you can get some good makeup on, that is a really good way to portray which character it is that you are trying to turn into. Some characters, the makeup isn't that big of a deal, but for the characters that I like to cosplay, the makeup does do a lot of heavy work. I use a lot of cheap makeup. I usually get it from the drugstore and it works, or the beauty supply, and it works pretty fine. So first, what I'm going to do is paint myself. I don't have any body paint. I never use body paint when I cosplay, which is another cost factor that you can eliminate. If you have a light foundation or a light concealer, you can even use sunscreen with a white cast as a base. And then what you're gonna do is put eyeshadow on top of that. So it's super, super accessible, okay? I do have a little bit of white. Oh my goodness. I didn't know I had this much foundation left, so I wasn't expecting so much to come out. And I'm gonna be applying it with a little beauty blender. You wanna make sure that you're getting your base pretty even though you're gonna be covering it up with eyeshadow, because if not, it's gonna look patchy. I'm taking some more foundation on my hand so that I can put this in my ears. And I really don't like to do that. I'm gonna do my neck. Me personally, I usually don't use as much product on the neck, and I don't worry about it being super blended like I do on my face, but that's me being lazy. Now it's time to go in with the eyeshadow. So basically what I do is I usually just take the end of a brush and I just scrape off the eyeshadow into like a little tray. And I'm just gonna put the pigment there, and then I'm gonna get it up with a brush and pat it into my face. I mixed a little bit of the foundation with the powder, with the eyeshadow, and look at how much more pigmented that is. It is going to take a little bit of experimenting, getting the right consistency, and it's going to take a bit of patience to build up a nice color. To bring some more depth into my face, I am going to be doing some contouring. Do you remember there was this trend, I think it was like 2021 or 2022, back when Doja Cat released, was it the music video for Need to Know? and people were like using this filter to see what color they would be if they were an alien from that universe. That's kind of what I feel like. When I'm doing my cosplays and I'm painting myself different colors, I basically use the same logic that I would when I'm doing my makeup regularly. It's just different colors. So you want brightness in like these areas of the face if you do your makeup how I do. You can go in and define certain areas by using a darker color. So don't be intimidated if you're painting yourself a different color for the first time. It is really similar to doing regular everyday makeup with regular human colors. I'll be back when the makeup look is done. Okay, I have finished my makeup and now I'm going to show you guys in 3, 2, 1. It looks so pale right now. So as you can see, I decided to take a few artistic liberties in the makeup and I think it looks really cute. You can't even see how cute it looks on camera. But now we can move on to the final steps. So Venus has pink and green hair, and of course my hair is just green. So what I'm gonna do is add a little streak of pink, probably on this side. And I'm gonna do that by just using some eyeshadow. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can just use this lipstick. Let's see. Yeah, that one looks red. So I'm just gonna go over this red part with pink. Oh my gosh, it worked. I didn't think that was gonna work. Now my hair is pink and green as well. As you can see, for the teeth, I just drew them on because I don't have any fake teeth that look like this. So that is another hack that you can use. Just draw on fangs if you don't have fangs. But now we're going to go on to the outfit section. So when I'm doing a closet cosplay and I know that I don't have an exact outfit for the character, what I try to do is basically just think about aspects of the character's style so I can think about things that they maybe might wear. Venus wears a lot of black, but she has pops of color. Typically she has bits of orange, pink, green, purple, and white in her color palette. So I tried to look for clothes like that. She wears a lot of clothes with shreds in them. I'm thinking spikes. She has a lot of piercings. So I have this little halter top that has these roses on it. I don't have fishnets at the moment, but I do have this mesh long sleeve shirt that I'm thinking could work. I do have this little net that I could maybe use. I thought about for the bottoms, these pants that I altered and painted on. I decided to instead opt for a skirt. And I actually made this skirt for another cosplay that I did. I cosplayed Claudine from Monster High. And so I'm just repurposing this. Do not be afraid to repurpose things. These are a pair of really long ripped up socks. I'm thinking of putting this underneath the skirt. And then just to bring in some more of that color from the top, I'm thinking this little, I think it's an Ed Hardy belt that I have. So I'm gonna go get changed and I might put on a few more accessories and then I'm gonna come back with the final look. But yeah, I think that it turned out so super cute. I hope that these tips helped you guys and inspired you to get into cosplaying, especially if it's something that you've been wanting to do for a while. I also have other videos about cosplays and I make a bunch of cosplay videos on TikTok, so follow me over there if you like content like this. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment and all of that stuff. Bye!